Moser here. Today I get to show you a free pattern that I've been working on, this little Santa Claus table runner. It uses a technique called fussy cutting, something I've done a few different times, and I just found the cutest fabric that was perfect for this. So I'll show you all the cuts needed to make up this very simple little table runner that you could get done by Christmas. So first thing you're going to need is some cute fabric, and cute fabric that has little motifs on it. This is perfect for what I'm doing here, the Santa fabric, because these motifs are just the right size. What I did was cut 3.5-inch diamonds. So I used a tiny ruler. If you've got one of these, then this is perfect. If you don't, you can also use the large ruler and the mini ruler. You would just have to do like 2 cuts swiveling the ruler. And I'm going to demo it with the tiny ruler, which cuts a 3.5-inch diamond. And what we need to do is isolate some of these Santa Clauses. So there's quite a few on here. Each one of those hexagon stars takes 6. So if you look here, I've got the Santa Claus and I'm just kind of eyeballing him in the middle of the ruler. So the whole ruler cuts 3.5 inches and I'm just trying to center him, his little eyeballs, right about midway so he kind of fills up the diamond. And then you're just going to cut on all sides. So this is what's called fussy cutting, where you're kind of picking a spot and cutting a fussy shape out of it. So here's our first Santa. And then just coming down here, maybe find the next one. Just rotate the ruler until you get the Santa inside the ruler where you want it to be. Don't worry about bias and straight of grain. In this situation, you don't really get the luxury of choosing that. You just have to go with where your designs land. So you're cutting on all sides of the ruler, just like this. And there is a second Santa Claus. You get the idea. I'll go one more. I don't know if I can get this one. Oh, I might be able to. You know that? Yep, I think so. So you can kind of squeeze them in pretty tight, actually. That's good to know. For the whole table runner, you would need 18, because each one of those hexagons takes 6. Or you could make the table runner longer, I suppose. All right, there we go. 2 Santas with eyeglasses and 1 without. So you would just carry on like that until you had enough to do your whole table runner. I'll set this aside. Now for the background, you need a striped fabric. Or I prefer a striped fabric. So in this case, I have this red and white stripe. And now I cut my strips parallel to the selvage. So you see here, I cut a couple of 3.5-inch strips from my striped fabric. And notice the stripes run the length of the strip. That's going to be important because we want to create these sort of halos around the Santa Clauses. So I've got a couple of strips here that are 3.5 inches wide, the same size as the diamonds that I just cut. And what I'm going to do, I stacked them on top of each other. Now, one thing you will want to pay attention to is when you're cutting from your striped fabric, choose a stripe, say it's on the white edge or the red edge, and that's your start line. And then measure from there the 3.5 inches, and you want to be consistent. Each one of your strips, in my case, I chose the red line, so that is what is along the top edge or the bottom edge here of each of these strips. And then the other side just lands where it does, which is kind of midway into the red on the other side. But I was cutting between, right exactly between the white and the red for my start, and then measured out 3.5 inches and did the second cut there. That way, your stripes will match up to each other effortlessly once they're all cut into triangles. So I've got my 3.5-inch strips. Now what I'm going to do is take the ruler and cut triangles from it. So here we have the tiny ruler. I've got the 3.5-inch line across this red edge here and the flat tip across the other edge. Now I'm just going to scoot it to the end and trim, trim. And the nice thing about this is I can nip off these little tips right at the same time. Then we rotate the ruler and come in from the top. So what you're going to end up with are top cuts and bottom cuts. And I'll show you where they are different from each other here in a second. So we've got the top cut, back to the bottom cut. You just work your way down the strip, getting as many as you can. Okay, so here's how they're different. You can see here, set these aside. notice my bottom cuts have a red edge here. And the top cuts, once turned around, they're mostly white at this edge. That's going to be important. You want to keep them in separate stacks. So you'll get your top cuts and your bottom cuts. You'll get equal amounts of each. But make a stack of bottom cuts only and make a stack of top cuts only. And they're going to go in different blocks. Like I said, that matching of the stripes really helps. Because if you tried to match up top cuts and bottom cuts, you see the stripes don't really match. They kind of surpass each other. But if you just match up just bottom cuts, now they match up perfectly, effortless. Doesn't take any work at all. Okay, so that's what we've got, those two cuts. The fussy cut Santas and my stack of bottom cuts. So I'm just going to put them on either side here just like this. You're going to do 6 of these. So if you have all of your Santa Clauses, here we see. I guess I'll just go every other one with the eyeglasses and then without. So here we go. All 6 of your Santa Clauses like that. And then I've got a bunch of these triangles that are already cut. Now you can place them. These were all top cuts, so they will match each other. Now you can place them around the edges. Now we don't sew them quite like this, but you will want to lay them out like this because it helps to kind of visualize and make sure your stripes are actually kind of hitting each other and matching up. I'm going to make sure that that's happening within this block. So if this block uses all the top cuts, then the next block I do will use all my bottom cuts and I won't have to worry about matching things up. Alright, so just like this. So cute. Okay, so as simple as this is, now that's the basic layout. You're not just going to sew all the pieces together. We break it down into triangle units, just like this. So you've got one Santa diamond plus a triangle on the right. You're going to sew that seam and press it in towards the diamond. Then you'll sew the one on the left and press that seam out towards the striped background. And you do that for all 6 units. So everything is done the same at this point. First seam in, second seam out. Next one over, first seam in, second seam out, and what happens then is we get a nesting seam where these get joined to each other. So I actually have some of that already done. Scoop this aside. Here you go. Okay, so this is what I was just talking about. First seam is pressed in, second seam is pressed out. Maybe I should just show you while it's all upside down. And that's what will happen. They will nest each other, and those stripes will match up to each other just perfectly. So all the way around your block, they're going to flip-flop, which is great, because you don't have to worry about fussing around when you've got your seams coming together. So here is how it will look in the end. Okay. Seams nesting. Striped triangle sewn on. Now once it's at this stage to do a block, you split it in 2, 3 and 3, and that's the way we're going to do it. So you first sew the first 2, that seam there, press it open, then you sew the 3rd triangle on. Same thing with the left side. First seam there, press that open, and then the left side gets its 3rd triangle, and now you just have one final seam up the middle, just like this. So once he's done, you get an idea here. You put 3 of them in a row, hexagon, 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 just like this, and you've got yourself a little table runner. So some of you might be wondering about this inside angle binding. To bind a hexagon like this is not all that hard to do, but this inside angle gives people fits sometimes. So I actually did a YouTube video. We will link to that, because I did this YouTube video just step by step by step of exactly what to do, where to drop your needle, where to do a little clip, how to pry it open and bend it, and then up the other side you go. You don't have to use bias binding or anything like that. Straight up grain binding works just fine. But there are some techniques, there's some strategy to it, and then you'll have real success when it comes to binding inside angles. So this is a free pattern. We just mocked up, you know, basically what I showed you here with some illustrations and some written instructions. It's very straightforward. You can choose any of the fabric that you already have if you've got something cute to work with in a fun stripe. But of course we did do kits. So if you like what you see here and you want to use exactly the same fabric that I did, we would like to provide that for you, no problem at all. The kits are not expensive, they're like $22, and there's an option to get a kit with a ruler. So if you don't have the tiny ruler and you would like that option, scroll down in the menu, you will see that option as well, because that's basically all you need. Tiny ruler plus the fabric and you're ready to go. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is very festive and fun. We'll put all the links to this in the description box below for the kit, for the pattern, just a free PDF download. And it's just time to do some seasonal sewing.